Well, welcome back to Living Local on this tasty Tuesday. Grilling is one of the most exciting ways to enjoy beef. Whether you're cooking on gas, charcoal, in the backyard, or at a tailgate, this cooking method can provide maximum flavor and optimal tenderness, but grilling beef can tend to worry a lot of beginner cooks. Today we're getting some tips from a pro. Joining me in studio, Chef Aaron McMahon from the Davenport Country Club. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for having me out.
I know I've cooked beef a little bit, but by no means am I good at it, so I'm excited to learn some tips. Excellent. And some tricks for you today. First of all, we got a lot here. Tell us what you're kind of demonstrate and make for us
We're going
today.
to kind of do like an Italian variation on a beef tenderloin. So it's going to be a beef tenderloin oreganata. Then we're going to do like a sun-dried tomato pesto faro, which is like an Italian grain, Italian wheat grain. Top it with some some grilled asparagus, which was poached off in beef fat. And then grilled instead of like poached in like a liquid. We poached it in beef fat with some honey roasted tomatoes and then some grilled lemon. So real kind of spring, summer flavors to kind of bring out the beef, which is beautiful. So.
Yeah, beef fat. That sounds really good.
Exactly.
Alrighty, well, we'll let you get started cooking a little bit. I'll ask you questions as we go along. But why does the grilling method help enhance flavor and tenderness of beef? What's the
biggest thing would be you want to make sure that you get your grill real nice and hot. You want to get that initial sear so that it locks in all the juices. A lot of people put it on the grill and you want to leave the meat, whether it be a steak or a burger, kind of let it start cooking and do its thing. You don't want to start moving around because then it affects how it cooks. The burgers can start falling apart on you a little bit. So you want to get that nice sear so that the moisture of the actual beef stays inside.
Gotcha, absolutely. So you talked a little bit about prepping the grill. How do you prep the meat for cooking?
If you're doing steaks, I recommend pulling them out a little bit out of the fridge. I don't like putting really cold meat straight on the grill. It just doesn't cook as evenly. But then as far as burgers, you kind of need them to be cold so that they stay intact and they don't fall apart. So the biggest thing is maybe hitting them with your favorite type of seasoning, letting them sit for an hour or two before you even put them on the grill. And a lot of that seasoning is going to kind of come into the beef and give it a really good flavor. So
yeah, so season just for an hour or two, not like an overnight thing. Or what about marinades if people want to marinate?
Yeah, it depends on something like like flank steak or something like that. There's a good marinade. There's different marinades that'll be good for that. That'll break down all the tissues and make it very, very nice and tender. We're doing beef tenderloin today, so it's kind of naturally tender on itself. That's just one of the more pricier cuts of beef. So it just kind of depends on like what cut of beef you're really working with.
Gotcha. These mushrooms are
yes, these are portobello mushrooms.
Okay. Gotcha. It looks really delicious. And as far as the grill goes, again, you talked about getting it real nice and hot, but would you recommend putting anything on the grill that helps with cooking or any other tips?
Yes, just you can brush. You could have like a towel with a little bit of oil on it, kind of rub it down real good. You could use any type of cooking spray just to make sure that the things don't stick to the grill.
Ooh, we're popping now. I guess you can hear that. Alrighty. So once the meat is on the grill, whether it's steak, burger, how long should you cook it for?
It all depends on obviously the size and the cut of the the ribeye, the strip steak. It all depends on what temperature you like to cook it to. So if you're looking to cook it to more like a rare, you're looking at 120 degrees, and then you'll look to each 10 degree increments. Then 130 to 140 would be your mid rare, and then so on. 140 to 150 medium, and then you start getting into your mid wells and wells. Yeah. Everybody likes their beef cooked differently, of course.
And people that like it well done, well, they're just wrong, in my opinion. So. I don't like eating leather. That's my thing. Exactly. Alrighty. And about flipping the meat, too. I mean, I just get so lost in it that I'm afraid that I'm overcooking one side or not overcooking the other side. So how about monitoring it and flipping it and keeping track of it?
Yeah, the biggest thing would just be, just make sure that you don't flip it too much. Let it kind of do its own thing. Make sure you have a meat thermometer so you're able to kind of gauge what temperature you'd like to cook it to your desired temp, and making sure that it's accustomed to how you like it cooked.
Okay, cool. And you threw some butter on there. So
yep, threw some butter in the portobello mushrooms. Butter's one of beef's best friends, of course. Then we're going to flambe with a little bit of brandy.
Ooh. Ha-ha. I think it's the first time we've seen fire on Living Local.
Just kind of doing some brandied mushrooms to kind of go with this dish.
Oh, man.
You can see how they're cooked down. Then just a little salt and pepper.
All right. Looks and smells delicious.
And just a little bit of garlic. Put the garlic in kind of towards the end because we don't want it to burn.
Oh, smart tip for sure. So what's the next step after we're done with the mushrooms?
Next step would be we got our sun-dried tomato pesto faro. So we'll go ahead and put that on the plate here. So kind of going with some like spring, summer flavors.
Gotcha.
Keeping things kind of light.
And for someone who's never had faro before, what does that kind of taste?
It is. It's an Italian wheat grain, and so it just cooks up as a better consistency and than like a rice would have.
That looks.
Then we got some grilled asparagus that was poached off, and some beef fat.
That looks.
Some honey roasted tomatoes.
Really, really delicious.
So basically just olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of honey, and then straight in the oven.
Yeah.
Then we have our beef tenderloin here.
Oof. The main course here.
Main course. We'll slice it real.
Look, you cooked it perfectly.
Real
too.
thin. So yeah, this is cooked to definitely like 100, 125.
So how do you know that it is cooked properly?
Just by using like your meat thermometer, and then you stick it into the thickest part of the beef.
Okay.
And then it'll read it. And keep in mind, once you cook anything, you want to let your meat rest too, because you don't want all the juices running out. Letting them rest. So this rested, for 20 minutes or so, and then it's nice and tender, cooks evenly, and all the juices are still locked into the beef.
Looks juicy. I left a little bit behind on the plate here too.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
So we just got a little bit of beef there. We grilled some lemons. So real simple, just put them straight on the grill. Their natural sugars will come out of the actual citrus fruit.
Yummy. So
really
also meat, as well as red meat as well being delicious, is also nutritious too. So what are some of the health benefits of red meat?
Health benefits, obviously packed full of iron, vitamin B, help with your immune and digestive system, help with your good source of protein and tissue repair for the people that are really into weightlifting and things of that nature. So there's really a lot of benefits to that. And there's all sorts of different variations and price points to kind of fit everybody's kind of budget needs as well.
Gotcha. So portobello mushrooms, those go on top once they're done?
Then we just put a little bit of oregano in with the mushrooms.
All right. And
we'll kind of
voila.
Kind of right over the top of the beef there.
Oh man, smoking.
And also to kind of lighten it up just a little bit, is we have some arugula, which we just hit a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay. Salt
and pepper.
Just a pinch.
Yep, just a pinch.
And springtime flavors.
And springtime flavors, nice and colorful.
Yeah.
And then obviously you got the citrus. You got the beef. You got the beef fat and the asparagus, honey roasted tomatoes. So you got a little bit of sweetness. And then we'll just take a little bit of lemon zest to finish.
Wow. Would you
We're
look
set.
at that? That looks absolutely delicious.
We're all set, so.
Can't wait to try here in a little bit. Thanks so much for being here,
no
Aaron. We
problem.
really appreciate it. If you want more recipes or inspiration for your summer cookout, you can visit whatbeefitswhatsfordinner.com. And we're going to also have these details, and we'll post them on our website, ourquadcities.com as well. We're back with more Living Local after this.